Hi guys, thanks for stopping in to Richard in the Kitchen tonight. Tonight I'm making up a bacon cheeseburger. It's so delicious and a little different with the way I do with the bacon. So come along with me, let me show you. Let's get started. And the first thing you want to do to prepare this dish is take you some raw bacon and put it in some boiling water. Now we're going to boil this for about an hour to an hour and a half. And once that's done, I'll chop it up and I'll show you what to do next. After your bacon has boiled for an hour to an hour and a half, you want to strain it, drain all the water out of it, and set it on a cutting board and just kind of give it some chops and chop it up and just kind of place it into a little ball like that. Right now we'll set that aside and we'll start on our ground beef and forming our burger. I'm using ground chuck 80/20. I find that that's a good choice of ground beef to make. And what I do is I make them into little balls. You don't overwork your ground beef, otherwise your meat will come out tough. And you just set them on that side. We'll heat our skillet and we'll fry them up along with our bacon. Skillet's hot. I'm going to set our first burger down on there. Take something heavy, kind of wet the bottom of something flat, and just give that a good press so it doesn't stick. And flatten it out really good, guys. We're looking for a thin burger, something about like that, and let that continue to cook. What we'll do now is I'm going to use some Lowry's seasoning salt. Be generous with that. We'll season the other side once this burger gets brown. Once you're almost ready to flip your burger, go ahead and set your boiled bacon on top. And again, just set a skillet or something down on there for about 30-40 seconds. Let that grill on the bottom. That bacon will adhere. What we're doing is we're making a bacon patty. Once your edges on your burger start to brown up, go ahead and give it a flip. Look at that crust on that burger. Hit it with a little bit more seasoning on this side. And you can see what our bacon's doing is kind of forming a patty over there. We'll give this just about a minute or two and we'll start forming our burger. Once your meat is almost done, go ahead and top it with some cheddar cheese. You can use cheddar slices. I like to use shredded cheddar. Go ahead and put some on your bacon as well. And we'll take our bun, our top bun, which we've toasted, and we'll set that on top. Now what that does is while that's cooking, it's continually to steam this bun and make it soft. Alright guys, we're almost there. While we're waiting on our cheese to melt, we'll go ahead and take some mayonnaise on our bottom bun and spread that pretty good on top of that. And we'll take a little bit of ketchup to add a little sweetness to our burger. And just a little bit of mustard. Be careful with your mustard because it's a little tangy and you don't want to overpower all your other flavors with that. So then we'll take our onions and we'll just kind of spread those out liberally, evenly, so that when you take a bite you get a little bit of everything. And the reason I put that ketchup on there and the mustard, you know, onions have a bite to it. This takes away that bite. So then we'll spread hamburger slice pickles all over this bad boy. And then we'll take our tomatoes, put 2 tomatoes on there. And I like to use shredded lettuce because it soaks up all those other flavors. Just go ahead and pile it on there. Man, look at that. Don't that look pretty? Alright, our meat's almost done, our bacon's almost done, and we'll top this thing and we'll give this thing a test. Alright, look at that. Check that out. That is a bacon patty. It stays together. You just set that on top of there. Take your burger that you've melted your cheese, set that on there. Man, look at that. Don't that look like something? Check that thing out. I just know juice is going to run all over me when I eat that. So let's give this a try, guys. How about that bacon cheeseburger with a bacon patty? Man, look at this thing. Oh my gosh. I'm sure I can get my mouth around it. Don't that look good? Let's give this thing a taste test. Oh God. Really? I'm making a mess. Oh my God. Something about that boiled bacon. I don't know what it does to it. It just seems to taste better. I'm going to serve this up with some French fried taters. And then I'll have to clean up my hands and my arms. But give this a try. Boil your bacon for about an hour, hour and a half. Strain it. Form it into a patty. Put it on your hot skillet. Put something heavy on top of it so it forms that crust on the bottom. That way it'll stay in a patty form. And do your burgers like I showed you. Man, a delicious burger. Till next time, thanks for stopping in. I do appreciate it. And I'll see y'all next time, guys.